Well, I prophesy, I declare, I predict, I affirm that all your problems, all your difficulties, all your predicaments, all your ordeals are gonna end at this point in time when Jupiter goes into the Gemini sign. And Jupiter enters the Gemini sign on the 14th of May 2025, and it's gonna remain there until 2nd of June 2026. So at this point in time, you will bounce back in your life. You will make a comeback in your life. Yes, that is my prediction about you. Yes, all the moon signs and all the ascendants, I want to tell you all that at this point in time, you are gonna make a comeback. You are gonna bounce back in your life at this juncture when Jupiter goes into the Gemini sign from the 14th of May 2025. And that is good news for y'all. And God is not gonna come and do this for y'all. You will do it yourself. Yes, that is also another good news, that you are gonna do this transformation in your life yourself. You may ask me how. You will do it by your own intelligence, by your own wisdom. Yes, you might have the information and knowledge, but you haven't used that information and knowledge to do something good in this world. But at this point in time, you are gonna use your ideas, your plans, your information, your knowledge to transform your life at this point in time, to change your life at this point in time. Yes, Jupiter during the transit in the Gemini sign will give you fabulous results, and you will use your intelligence, your wisdom to overcome many situations, many untoward situations in your life at this juncture. Jupiter in the Gemini sign means Jupiter is gonna aspect the Libra sign. Jupiter will aspect its own sign, the Sagittarius sign, and Jupiter will aspect the Aquarius sign as well. Yes, so Jupiter is gonna aspect the Libra sign, the Sagittarius sign, and the Aquarius sign at this point in time. So all the moon signs, all the ascendants, Libra moon sign, Libra ascendant, Sagittarius moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant, and Aquarius moon sign, Aquarius ascendant, y'all are gonna see massive improvement in your life at this juncture. Your health is gonna improve at this juncture. Things are gonna improve dramatically and drastically at this point in time. Wisdom and intelligence is something which is not, you don't get it once you are born. No, you get wisdom and intelligence over a period of time when you have your experiences in your life, those ups and downs you go through in your life, and that is how you gain wisdom. So at this point in time, you are gonna use your intelligence, and you are gonna use your wisdom to overcome situations in your life, terrible situations in your life, bad situations in your life. Yes, and that will happen through your wisdom and intelligence. You are gonna show massive courage at this point in time, tremendous courage at this point in time, incredible courage at this point in time. You are gonna take risks at this point in time. Yes, you are gonna take risks at this point in time. You will not be afraid to take risks at this point in time. You may not fear to take any sort of risks at this point in time, and all your risks at this point in time will pay you off during this time. So as the saying goes, that there is Where there is no risk, there is no gain. So you will be more than willing to take risks in your life at this point in time. If you aren't willing to risk, then you cannot grow in your life. Yes, that is the simple formula in life. That if you aren't willing to take risks in your life, then you will never be able to grow in your life. And if you aren't able to grow in your life, then you cannot become the best in your life. And if you can't become the best in your life, then you can't remain happy in your life. And if you can't remain happy in your life, then what else is there? After all, we are all doing what we are doing to make ourselves happy. Yes, to see pleasantness outside and pleasantness inside. Yes, so at this point in time, you will be more than willing to take risks. And that is a very important thing during this time. So, you will be taking some calculated risks at this juncture. And those risks which you take at this point in time will give you rich dividends in the future. So the thing is that Jupiter aspecting Libra, Sagittarius and Aquarius, these people are gonna experience they could also get a windfall at this point in time. They could get substantial money at this point in time. Their health could improve at this point in time. And not only all these signs which I have just talked about, all the signs are gonna benefit at this point in time. But you are gonna make an effort to overcome your terrible situation, that bad situation which you were in, through your wisdom and intelligence. Yes, some people tell me that we are gonna work hard. We are gonna use our hands and feet, and we want to work hard to overcome our situations in our life, our terrible situations in our life. But sometimes, you need to use your brains, your intelligence, your intellect. A tree can be a tree. It can only be a tree. A lion can only be a lion. An elephant can only be an elephant. But human beings have this, mind, this brain which God has given you. So you need to utilize your brain at this point in time. You need to, use your knowledge and information you have to convert your terrible situation into a good one. So at this point in time, you need not work hard physically, but mentally you need to work hard. Yes, mentally you need to work hard at this point in time, and Jupiter will help you in doing so. Jupiter in the Gemini sign, I want to say that. So, at this juncture, things are gonna improve dramatically for you. Yes, your financial situation, because Jupiter is also a significator of wealth, money. So you will experience money in abundance. You will see money in abundance in your life at this juncture. Jupiter was in the Taurus sign, and Jupiter in Taurus sign is not a very good augury. Yes, but at this point in time, Jupiter being in the house of Mercury, it will help you to overcome your terrible situation, your bad situation. And let me tell you, there would be some struggles at this point in time, but you shouldn't give up on your idea and plan. You shouldn't give up on yourself at this point in time. The things which don't kill you makes you stronger. So if you go through struggles, pains at this point in time, don't bother about them. You need to embrace that pain. You need to, acknowledge that pain and move forward with your life at this juncture. Yes, if you aren't doing anything, then you will never experience any pain, any suffering, in any agony in your work. But if you are trying to move forward, you will face some hurdles, barriers and obstacles in your life. And that itself means that you are trying to do something in your life. So those people who don't do anything in their life, they will never face too many hurdles, barriers and obstacles in their work because they aren't working. So at this point in time, and let me tell you that nothing happens without a struggle. Yes, nothing happens without a struggle. I haven't seen anyone in this world doing anything good, anything substantial, anything great without any struggle. We all have struggles in our life, so we shouldn't avoid the struggle at this point in time. Instead, you should embrace your struggles at this point in time. A caterpillar has to go through a cocoon in order to become a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly. Just listen to this carefully, that a caterpillar has to go through a cocoon in order to become a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly. You cannot fix a lemonade with sugar alone. You need to add some sour lemons to it. A jewelry can never become a jewelry without going through heat. The gold has to go through a lot of heat before it becomes a beautiful jewelry. You can't learn good horsemanship by riding a tamed horse, isn't it? And an airplane can't fly. It cannot fly. An aeroplane cannot fly without the resistance of air. So you see, in your life, there will be some obstacles, hurdles and barriers in your life. And then only those sufferings, those agony, that trauma which you are facing will make you something beautiful in your life. Yes, this is very important, that in order to become something, you have to go through something. Yes, you have to go through something to become something in your life. If you don't do anything, if you don't use your brains, if you don't use your wisdom, if you don't use your body, then these are gonna go a waste. Your brain is gonna go a waste. Your intelligence is gonna go a waste. Your body will go a waste. So you need to utilize these things at this point in time in order to overcome your terrible situation, your bad situation at this juncture. And let me tell you that, if you don't use a certain thing in your life, you are gonna lose it. Yes, if you don't use it, you will lose it. So if you don't use your body, your mind, your brains, your intelligence, then you are gonna lose it. That if the efficiency of your brain will reduce, the efficiency of your body will reduce if you don't utilize it at this point in time when Jupiter is in the Gemini sign. This would be an ideal time for you to, use your brains, your intelligence, your intellect, your body. Yes, a combination of all these will help you to mitigate all your current problems in your life, all your current difficulties in your life. So you need to use your brains, your intelligence at this juncture. And let me tell you that you need to continuously fight at this point in time. The reason for this would be Rahu would be aspecting Jupiter. Yes, Rahu would be changing signs on the 18th of May 2025, and Rahu will be throwing its 5th aspect on Jupiter at this point in time. In transit. So at this point in time, you would face, several obstacles, hurdles and barriers. But you shouldn't give up at this point in time. You should continue doing what you are doing at this point in time. Because you need to remember, nothing happens overnight. Yes, nothing is gonna happen overnight. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Yes, you need to think that way. You need to take life one day at a time at this point in time. And you shouldn't give up on your ideas and plans at this point in time. You may face a lot of opposition, a lot of enemies. I would suggest you not to tell your ideas and plans to anybody in this world, because outside energies will throw you off your goals. I'll tell you how. If you tell your friend or relative or your near and dear one that I am doing this, they will judge you. They will start judging what you are trying to do. They will start criticizing you. They will start condemning you. They will discourage you at this point in time. But you don't need to get discouraged at this point in time. You might also face some evil eye. Yes, you might face an evil eye at this point in time. If you tell your ideas and plans to people, they might throw an evil eye on your idea and plan. And one evil eye can destroy your ideas and plans at this point in time, because Rahu will be aspecting Jupiter at this point in time. So don't tell your plans to anyone. Don't share your plans with anyone. Keep it to yourself. Keep your plans and ideas a secret. Because as I told you, outside energies will throw you off your goals. And one evil eye can destroy your plan, destroy your idea. So you need to keep those things a secret at this point in time, and you need to move forward anyhow. You need to keep things to yourself. You need to keep it a secret, your plans and ideas. And you see, nobody is going to come and pay your electric bills, your house rent, or your family expenses. So why share your idea and plan with others? You need to implement them yourself. If you share your ideas and plans at this point in time, then I think those ideas and plans might not come into fruition during this time, because there is a strong possibility of you getting an evil eye at this point in time, which will ultimately destroy all your plans. So if you have a good car, if you buy a good car at this point in time, if you marry at this point in time, if you go for a vacation at this point in time, if you if you have a good health at this point in time, don't show off at this point in time. Don't brag about it at this point in time. You need to keep it to yourself. You need to keep this a secret at this juncture, when Rahu will be aspecting the Jupiter sign. So this is what I wanted to tell you all, that please do not share your whatever good is happening in your life at this juncture, because evil eye can destroy your plans and ideas. That is the basic point I wanted to tell you all. So and let me tell you that there will be a fight in your life at this juncture. Things are not gonna be very smooth, because as I told you that without struggles things will not happen during this time. And let me tell you that life is a fight for territory, and once you stop fighting for what you want, the things which you don't want will automatically take over. Yes, just listen to this again. Life is a fight for territory, and once you stop fighting for what you want, the things which you don't want will automatically take over. So if you don't fight for your health, then you will experience some sort of ill health. You will become unhealthy, and to fight for your health, you need to take care of your food habits, drinking habits, sleeping habits. You need to exercise. You need to fight to stay away from the sweet things, the beverages in your refrigerator, the sweet things in your refrigerator, Because if you don't fight now, then you might, be engulfed. You might be surrounded with ill health at this point in time. There again, you need to use your intelligence and wisdom at this juncture. What to eat and what not to eat, what to eat, what to drink and what not to drink, and in what quantity. Some people keep eating and eating and eating. They don't bother about, their body. They are not bothered if they gain weight also. So these things these days are very important. So you need to utilize your wisdom and intelligence at this point in time. If you want to continue fighting in your life, in your future, and you need to fight at this point in time. You need to fight in your relationships. Yes, you need to fight in your business. You need to fight in the stock market. You need to fight for your business, your job, your health, your money, etc., etc., etc. So at this point in time, I'd suggest you all to keep fighting in spite of, yes, in spite of all those odds which are against you. In spite of all those odds which are against you, you need to stand up within yourself and you need to tell yourself that you have to make it anyhow. Yes, you need to tell yourself that you have to make it in this thing called life. Whether you are facing trials or tribulations in your life at this juncture, you need to stand up inside yourself and tell yourself that you have to do it anyhow. If you know the why if you know a reason, if you know why you are doing a certain thing, then you will endure in that thing anyhow. If you have a mission, if you have a purpose, if you know why you are doing a certain thing, then you will endure things anyhow. You will face things anyhow. Certain people tell me that they are doing their work because of their mother, because of their wife, because of their children. They want to give their children, their wife, their mother, their father a good life. So if you if you know the why why you are doing a certain thing, then you will endure those trials and tribulations anyhow. So your reasons gives you the strength and power to overcome things in your life. So at this point in time, I'd suggest you all to keep fighting. Yes, keep fighting at any cost. Yes, and remember, Jupiter will give you faith. It will give you hope. It will give you religion. Yes, it will give you a tremendous faith in God at this point in time. You'd feel like that, somewhere, some external factor is helping you at this point in time, and that factor is God. You would realize that there is something called God at this point in time. Even if you are an atheist at this point, you will realize that God is there. Some extra power, some outside power is there which is helping you at this point in time. You may call it, the divine, you might call it God, you may call it, anything, there are many names of God. So you may call God by any name, and you will realize that there is some power, outside you which is helping you at this point in time. You should have tremendous faith in God at this point in time. And if you keep this faith, then things will happen according to you. Yes, you must have that kind of faith. When a person, you should have that kind of faith that whenever you take a step in a river which doesn't have a bridge, you must have that faith that God will protect you. Yes, whenever you take a step in the river which doesn't have a bridge, you need to have that kind of faith that God will put something below your feet and save you from drowning in that river. So that kind of faith, that kind of blind faith you should have at this juncture. I mean, when Jupiter is in the Gemini sign, and I believe that things are gonna be better for you. Things are gonna improve at this point in time when Jupiter is in the Gemini sign, and which is from the 14th of May 2025 until 2nd of June 2026. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about Jupiter in the Gemini sign. And here I'd like to end my video. Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Kali.